I heard on the Social Proof podcast with David Shands that you're also a Ben and Jerry's board member. Now, I know them for being staunch protectors of culture and community. So can you say a few words, whatever comes to mind about that?
Yeah, look, I think Ben and Jerry's is an incredibly special brand. I don't know how these two incredible white dudes figured it out, decades ago, but this idea that you could actually use corporations, companies to do good in the world, that they didn't exist just to make money or profit. And they definitely didn't exist just to make one or two people profitable, right? That they could literally create and make change in the world. Ben and Jerry's, key thing is we use ice cream to change the world. And so I'm in love with this brand. I'm in love with what they built. And for me, I see it as the future of what corporate America will be. I'm excited about this new generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, because I think the more that they get into power, the more this idea of we're going to take companies that are not just capitalistic, but that are companies that can build and shape the world is going to be something that's more prevalent. And so I'm honored to sit on the board of Ben and Jerry's. I get to see from the inside exactly how it's done. And I will tell you that there's so many ideas that, yes, I get to contribute and help govern this really incredible brand. And I also get to learn a lot from the inside. And so there's so many things that I see happen on Ben and Jerry's, ideas that I can then bring to Revolt. I'll give you one example and then stop so I'm not rambling forever. But you've heard me talk about this notion of linked prosperity and shared adversity, something I've always believed in, but Ben and Jerry's gave me the language, right? Linked prosperity. When we win, everybody wins. When Ben and Jerry wins, everybody wins, right? That's why at Offscript you have the employees who are the largest shareholders, right? That's why you've had years where when business was doing well, employees got bonuses that were bigger than, most people would have ever expected. This idea that we will be prosperous together. But then also making sure that people know that in tough times, business isn't always going to be good, right? When you're building a business, they say it takes 10 years to build a business. You're not going to have 10 good years. You're going to have some tough years that you're going to have to weather, right? And when it gets to those moments, we expect and we need everybody to have shared adversity, right? And so that language that Ben and Jerry's has given me that helps you build it and crystallize it in the brands that you're building or the companies that you're building. It's those types of things that I'm eternally grateful for. So I get to give a lot to Ben and Jerry's, but for me, I'm grateful that Ben and Jerry's gives a lot to me.